Як встигнути взагалі? Враховуючи те, як вони публікуються. Юрій Іванович.
Олена Михайлівна, не почув питання, переключився з інтернету університетського на мобільний, щоб
То ви зависли, ми побачили.
Да.
Як встигнути тоді публікувати статті в Скопусі за цей проміжок часу? Ну там же ж певна є кількість.
Ну, воно прописано, це те, що знову ж таки Толстанова сьогодні нам писала, що вступає в дію після закінчення військового стану через 3 місяці. Така невеличка пролонгація, будемо сподіватися, що буде, але логіки немає. Наприклад, получається, що сьогодні захищається аспірант Танін. Таня моя докторантка, у нас останні спільні публікації як докторантка, а я не можу бути членом спецради по захисту цієї дисертації у межах, грубо говорячи, моєї наукової школи. Яка тоді логіка? Да? Найгірше те, що іноді ці нормативи пишуть ті, хто не має ніякого відношення до підготовки аспірантів і до їх захисту. І вони не знають, яким чином це все функціонує просто.
Ви хочете, щоб ця критика була публічною, бо вже запис іде.
Ми ж публічно ми цю критику публічно висловлюємо, тому що прийняті норми, які вони не можуть бути реалізовані. Вони, скажімо так, непрактичні ці норми. Да? Це теорія, гола теорія, хорошо, да? Там аспірант написав окремі статті, керівник окремі, але ж так не буває.
Да.
Олег Віталійович із літака сьогодні з нами. Центра управління польотами.
Да, щоб все було добре.
Буде показувати вищий пілотаж, да?
Да. До речі, ми сьогодні йдемо з ректором, в ректора настрій такий поганий. Тут раз від Олега Віталійовича приходить смс-ка. Відкриваю, а там написано, що завтра, 1 червня, вам буде в університету даний сертифікат, що вас включили в рейтинг Times Higher Education. Такий каже, Володимир Іванович, Олег Віталійович підняв вам настрій. Олег Віталійович, ти з нами, ти чуєш?
Нічого.
Так, ну що, Інна Віталіївна, через хвилинку починаємо.
Через півхвилинки будемо починати. Тетяна Іванівна, хвилюєтесь?
Так, перший мій аспірант.
Так це мого речове діло.
Да.
Вітаємо. Перше це таке.
Сьогодні пляшечку Бордо можна.
Але в Україні, так.
Так. А ви вже тут? Уже на місці?
Так.
Понятно. Тоді не Бордо, тоді Кобливо.
Да. Вам взагалі нічого не заважає. Там на троїх. У вас така компашка чудова намалювалась.
А в Франції щось заважає, Інна, да?
Ну, мені далековато.
А Бордо не таке, Франції Бордо.
Ні, мені далековато. Це ж при нормальному розкладі мені тут до жулян рукою подати, а так далековато. Так, ну що, 12-та година, починаємо. Доброго дня, шановні присутні, колеги і шановні опоненти, шановний аспірант. Сьогодні 31 травня, 12-та година, і ми починаємо Захист разової спеціалізованої вченої ради по захисту дисертації. Дозвольте почати засідання, якщо ніхто не проти. Відповідно до рішення вченої ради Сумського національного аграрного університету номер 12 від 27 лютого 2023 року та наказом ректора номер 155К від 29 березня 2023 року в Сумському національному аграрному університеті утворено спеціалізовану вчену раду для прийняття до розгляду та проведення разового захисту дисертації Цюй-Дунь-Сюй на тему формування системи управління освітніми та науковими активами університету в контексті переходу до моделі кругової економіки Китаю. Англійською мовою тема затверджена в такому вигляді: Formation of Management System of Universities Educational and Scientific Assets in the context of transition to the model of circular economy of China. На здобуття наукового ступеня доктора філософії в галузі знань номер 7 управління та адміністрування за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Склад спеціалізованої вченої ради затверджений. Голова ради Соханіна Віталіївна, доктор економічних наук, професор кафедри менеджменту імені професора Любові Івановни Михайлової, Сумський національний аграрний університет. Рецензенти: Данько Юрій Іванович, доктор економічних наук, професор, проректор з наукової та міжнародної діяльності, Сумський національний аграрний університет. Пасько Олег Віталійович, кандидат економічних наук, доцент кафедри обліку та оподаткування, Сумський національний аграрний університет. Офіційні опоненти: Петрушенко Микола Миколайович, доктор економічних наук, доцент, завідувач відділу економічного регулювання природокористування Державної установи Інститут ринку і економіко-екологічних досліджень НАН України. Німфатова Олена Михайлівна, доктор економічних наук, професор-дослідник Університету Барселони, Іспанія. Посади членів спеціалізованої вченої ради вказані на дати захисту дисертаційної роботи. Прошу зареєструватись, шановні рецензенти та опоненти. Так, отже, на підставі реєстраційної картки присутні 5 членів спеціалізованої вченої ради із 5 затверджених наказом ректора номер 155К від 29 березня 2023 року. Кворум необхідний для засідання є, і ми маємо офіційні підстави для того, щоб розпочати наше засідання. Засідання спеціалізованої вченої ради оголошую відкритим. Сьогодні на порядку денному захист дисертації на здобуття ступеня доктора філософії, аспіранта кафедри менеджменту Сумського національного аграрного університету Цюй-Дунь-Сюй на тему формування системи управління освітніми та науковими активами університету в контексті переходу до моделі кругової економіки Китаю за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Роботу виконано в Сумському національному аграрному університеті, науковий керівник, кандидат економічних наук, доцент Шевченко Тетяна Іванівна. До спеціалізованої вченої ради надійшли такі документи: заява щодо проведення атестації здобувача, копія першої сторінки паспорта громадянина Китаю, копія диплома магістра, витяг з наказу про зарахування до аспірантури, засвідчений у встановленому порядку, академічна довідка про виконання відповідної освітньо-наукової програми, висновок наукового керівника Шевченко Тетяни Іванівни, висновок про наукову новизну, теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дисертації, дисертація в друкованому та електронному вигляді, відбитки наукових публікацій, зарахованих за темою дисертації, засвідчені в установленому порядку. Усі документи відповідають встановленим вимогам. Дисертація до захисту подається вперше. Хто за запропонований порядок денний, прошу проголосувати. За 5 членів ради, проти немає, утримались також немає. Дякую. Пропозиція приймається. Дозвольте зачитати мені біографічні дані аспіранта. Цюй-Дунь-Сюй, 1985 року народження, громадянин Китайської Народної Республіки, освіта вища. Закінчив у 2012 році Хенанський інститут науки і технологій за спеціальністю прикладна психологія, місто Кайфен, провінція Хенань, Китай. Аспірантуру закінчив у 2022 році в Сумському національному аграрному університеті Міністерства освіти і науки України міста Суми. Дисертацію виконано в Сумському національному аграрному університеті. Тема дисертації затверджена на засіданні вченої ради Сумського національного аграрного університету, протокол номер 7 від 26 грудня 2018 року. Цюй-Дунь-Сюй завершив виконання освітньо-наукової програми в 2022 році. 1 липня 2022 року відбулася публічна презентація дисертаційного дослідження на кафедрі менеджменту за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент, де дисертацію було рекомендовано до розгляду та захисту в разовій спеціалізованій вченій раді. Основні положення дисертації опубліковано у 18 наукових публікаціях, в тому числі в підрозділах однієї колективної монографії, 2 статті у наукових фахових виданнях України, які включені до міжнародних науково-метричних баз даних, 6 статей у закордонних виданнях, що індексуються базою даних Scopus або Web of Science, 1 стаття в інших виданнях зарубіжних країн, 8 публікацій у матеріалах наукових конференцій. Наукові публікації всі відповідають вимогам пунктів 8-9 порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії, що затверджені постановою Кабінету міністрів України від 12 січня 2022 року, номер 44. Дисертація також відповідає вимогам наказу МОН України номер 40 від 12 січня 2017 року про затвердження вимог до оформлення дисертації та порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти або наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії, затверджені постановою Кабінету міністрів України від 12 січня 2022 року номер 44. Чи є питання у членів спеціалізованої вченої ради? Немає. Зі здобувачом напередодні було погоджено, що захист дисертації буде проводитись англійською мовою. Тому для викладу основних матеріалів дослідження слово надається аспіранту. Let me please present Tsui Dun-Sui and to invite him for presentation his scientific material according to the dissertation. You will have 20 minutes for presentation, okay?
Okay, I'll share my screen.
Yes, share please the screen.
Okay. Okay, may I start my report? Okay. Good afternoon, professors. It is a great pleasure for me to be here today for the defense of my dissertation. My topic is formation of management system of universities, educational and scientific assets in the context of transition to the model of circular economy in China. My report mainly covers the following 4 parts. I choose to focus on this topic for the following reasons. Today's planet is experiencing severe issues of environment, economics, and society because of the resource shortage and the environmental pollution. Circular economy is always considered in scientific community as a remedy for eliminating the negative effect of these problems, as well as achieving sustainable development goals. But the stakeholders still have troubles in the process to reach in a circular model. The triple function of education, scientific research, and social service of higher education institution determines it could exert remarkable influence in improving the knowledge, values, technology, and the formation of behaviors and lifestyles that are necessary for circular economy transition. Therefore, this study attempts to explore the formation of management system of the university circular assets for integrating fragment circular activity in university. It has significance in both theory and practice. The purpose of the study is to develop theoretical and scientific and methodological foundation for forming the management system of educational and scientific assets of university, to promote the transition to circular model of China. The object of research is the system of management of educational and scientific assets of university. The subject of the research is the method and the tools for managing the educational and scientific assets of university in accordance with the requirements of the circular model. There are 5 research objectives in this study, including to analyze progressive modern management approaches and the practical experience of sustainable universities, to analyze the current state and trends of the educational and scientific development of the Chinese university, to develop a scientific and methodical approach to the formation of a management system of university circular assets, to develop an evaluation indexed system, and to determine the ideal shape of an effective waste management program in university by case study. As for the scientific novelty, a systematic management system for university circular activity is proposed. Besides, this study improves the classification for circular university assets, the evaluation system for assessing the management performance, a method of spatial econometrics to analyze the scientific potential, and a draft waste management program. Moreover, this study developed an artificial intelligence-based waste management system at each university and introduced into scientific use of the term circular economy-related university assets and its attribute system. As we can see, the relationship among the research objectives, research contents, and the scientific novelty is as shown in this figure. This is the research roadmap. I began this study from the comprehensive literature review to establish the theoretical background with a variety of research methods, such as bibliometrics, comparative analysis, and content analysis. There are subtopics were covered in the literature review, such as the origin and development of circular economy, Chinese circular model, drivers and barriers in the implementation, and sustainable universities management model, operation mechanism, and evaluation method. Based on the literature analysis, this study discussed the essence and value of universities' contribution, the application and development of circular economy target in university management, and the methodology in management system of sustainable university. Then in section 2, this study proposed a theoretical framework for university circular activity, including the management system and the performance evaluation system. In section 3, this study mainly conducted a case study to waste management program at each university in China to make the theory practical. The presentation of results and analysis mainly covers these 6 points. Regarding the educational potential, this study analyzed circular economy-related major construction, the curriculum system, admission plan, graduate destination, and elective courses in Chinese university. It is highlighted that university possess significant potential in improving circular economy performance, such as promotion of specialty development and talent cultivation, improvement of curriculum setting, and enhancement of education function of hidden curriculum. As for the scientific potential, this study mainly explores the knowledge spillover effect of Chinese university research output on enterprise technological innovation through the method of spatial econometrics. The main output of knowledge innovation in university from 2016 to 2020 are listed in table 2.6, and the comprehensive output of knowledge innovation is the unique output factor. The univariate global marines indexed analysis results show that universities' knowledge innovation has an impact on that of neighboring university in both theoretical research and application transition. The result of bivariate global marines indexed analysis show that the comprehensive output of university knowledge innovation is closely related to the innovation and management of enterprises. The result of further analysis show the university scientific research has significant potential on promoting the technological innovation activities of universities and enterprises in surrounding area. In this study, the definition of circular economy-related university assets is provided, which refers to all types of resources that formed during the course of the university's development, owned or actually controlled by the university, and are expected to facilitate the transition to a circular economy model in the use process. The attributes and the classification of the assets are provided as in the figure 2.5 and in the table 2.11. This is the theoretical framework of university circular activity. All university members need to be the subjects as the key to successfully disrupting the linear system, which mainly includes researchers, lecturers, social practical department and students, as well as the operation department and the staff. Correspondingly, there are 4 kinds of activities towards the circular economy transition in the framework. The first is scientific research activity, which take researchers as subject to provide technical support to enterprises based on scientific research assets. The second is education activity, which take lecture as subject to cultivate circular professionals and implement general circular education for college students. The third is derived from the second one, which takes students as the main subject to diffuse the circular concept to the public through social practice and volunteer activities. The fourth is concrete circular practice activity with operation manager and staff member as subject. So this theoretical framework integrated these various circular activities in a unified management system rather than simply patching them together in expanding the university influence in the transition towards the circular model. This study created the evaluation system and implementation standards for circular economy related university assets management as shown in table 2.13. The basic content of this system includes the target layer, 3 criterion layer, and the index layer with 29 indicators, in which each indicator is assigned its weight. Also, there are 10 control items that must be considered as basic condition by university to participate in scoring. For example, a university must have a clear overall sustainable development plan or circular economy development plan. To make the operation simple, the percentage weight summation method is adopted to establish the calculation formulas. The circularity degree will be evaluated based on the final score. For example, the degree of no circularity signifies 0 to 20. The low circularity is 20 to 40, and the degree for deep circularity is 80 to 100. Through field investigation and interview, this study found that students' average waste output at each university in China is about 0.39 kilogram per day, which is relatively low compared with some other Chinese universities, but far more than that of universities in Netherlands. There are 5 waste streams collected at each university, include food waste, recyclable, non-recyclable waste, and laboratory hazardous waste, and campus junkman collected waste. Through the comparative analysis of university in China and the Netherlands, this study proposed a specific waste management program for each university to put waste management into practice. Besides, this study proposed a framework of waste management before artificial intelligence to optimize the waste streams on campus. With the application of AI technology, all kinds of waste could be separated and collected more correctly. A questionnaire survey was conducted at each university with 1,300 respondents, among which 1,213 questionnaires are valid, with a recovery rate of 94.2% and an effective rate of 93.3%. The SPSS software was used to carry out the statistical analysis of the collected data by applying multiple methods such as the Pareto analysis and linear regression analysis. The analysis of respondents' characteristics is as shown in table 3.8. The method of exploratory factor analysis was performed to determine the weight of each factor in each variable, and then generate new variable x, attitude y, behavior z1, internal contextual factor, and z2, external contextual factor by using the weighted summation method. Through the comparison of the mean value, we can see that the mean value of attitude is higher than behaviors. In corresponding context, behavior performance could greatly improve. The one-way ANOVA analysis shows that female outperform males across attitudes, internal and external contextual factors. Freshmen showed more positive waste separation behaviors, while upper-year students' behavior were more susceptible to contextual factors. See table 3.10. The result of the linear regression analysis indicates that college students' attitudes, especially the knowledge factor, have a significant positive influence on behaviors. For the hierarchical regression analysis, it is found that there was no moderating effect of Z1 on attitude influence behaviors. On the contrary, the moderating variable Z2, external context, has a significant effect on attitudes influence behaviors. This is the list of publications. It includes 9 articles, 1 monograph, and 8 conference papers. Among them, there are 6 articles are indexed in Scopus or Web of Science, and 2 conference papers indexed in Scopus. Thanks for your attention.
Did you finish?
Yes, I finished.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. And now we have to ask you some questions. And I invite for taking questions, Professor Danko, you can be the first.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for good presentation and for good work during 4 years in our university. And I think that it's good result that we can see. And I have 2 questions. First is about your study, about your research. In your research, the management model and operation mechanism of international sustainable university are analyzed. And please explain what is the difference between circular economy framework that you proposed and the sustainable university or green campus model.
Okay, Professor, thank you for your question.
Do you understand my question?
Okay. The idea of a green campus mainly focuses on improving the impact that buildings and the campus have on the environment, such as the usage of renewable energy, low carbon transport, and reused water. A sustainable university always refers to environmental, economic, and social concerns that universities should have as the obligation on their activity, which involves the dimension of education, research, university operation, external community, and evaluation and reporting. Both the two types of university regard the principle of sustainable development as the goal of campus management. The circular economy framework of university originates from the initial sustainable development practice, which focuses on resource utilization and recycling. It is more specific and operable compared to the sustainable development, and is also an effective way to achieve sustainable development goals. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Have you-
answer.
Are you satisfied?
Yes, satisfied. And the second question about management system. You proposed a management system for university educational and scientific access towards circular economy transaction. Please explain the elements of system and its practical implementation. Explain practical implementation of the part of this system.
Okay, thank you for your question. The circular economy's theoretical framework mainly covers 4 elements that include the subjects, circular activity, pro-circular awareness, and pro-circular behaviors. The subject is the beginning that includes the relevant department and staff, researchers, lecturers, and students. The pro-circular behavior are the goals, including circular economy culture construction in society, green manufacturing and technological innovation in enterprises, green consumption, and the public supervision. There are 3 kinds of circular activities on campus, include scientific research activity, education activity, and concrete practical activity. At present, the research on university circular activity is fragmented. It is significant to establish an overall system to integrate them for an augmented effect, so as to enrich the original theoretical research and provide an alternative to completely replace the Harrington thinking and operation pattern of the linear economy. And that's all my answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm satisfied. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Who want to be the next? The next want to be with the questions. Professor Paсько.
Thank you for this attempt. I was pleased to read your book, to read your thesis, and to acquaint with your findings. Please, I have several questions. Could you please explicate? You've introduced the definition of circular economy related assets. What is the essential difference, if any, between those assets and other kinds of university assets?
Thanks for your question, dear professor. In essence, circular related university assets are the basis for university to implement various circular activity and an important indicator for measuring and evaluating a university's circular economy performance. Different other kind of assets in university. Circular economy related assets mainly cover 4 basic elements. The ownership subject is the university. The formers of the assets are diverse, The use process of the assets should follow the 3 R's principle of circular economy. The orientation of the assets should include universal circular economy policy goals. For example, in university, education circular assets should take educational resources, such as lecture, to cultivate circular professional talent and improve circular awareness and knowledge of college students and the public. Thank you.
Thank you.
To this question, could you please shortly indicate what is the ratio of sustainability, circular economy related assets and other kind of assets in proportion? Could you please, your indication, that's it.
Okay, thank you for your question. To further clarify the extension and specific orientation of circular economy related university assets, this study established a multi-dimension classification system according to the different features, such as purpose, form, the level of formation cost, and the form of impact. The system is beneficial for decision maker to have a better understanding of the various category and usage rules of circular economy related assets, to conduct scientific top level design and better promote the circular economy practice on campus. That's all. Thank you.
Олег Витальевич, did you satisfied?
Yes, I do.
Do you have more question?
One more, if I could, please. You've introduced artificial intelligent waste management system. Please, what is your expectation? How many reusable assets or reusable waste would it produced as a result of introduction of AI waste management system? Did you understand?
Excuse me?
Artificial intelligent waste management system you proposed. So the question is, how much ratio would be of the waste, reusable waste, as a result of introduction of this system into the university? Just digit, so 60%, 80%, 50%, 40%.
In my opinion, maybe 30%, maybe.
30?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Thank you very much. I have no question.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you have no question, who want to be the next with questions to our PhD student? Professor Petrushenko, you can be.
Thank you. Very good presentation. I have also 2 questions. The first one, the study proposed that all university personnel must be the subject of circular economy related activities, which is the key to successfully breaking the linear system. Please explain how this was achieved to involve all university personnel in the activities.
Thanks for your question, Professor. The subject of a circular economy related university activity as a major factor because their attitude and behavior directly determine the effect of a circular activity. Unfortunately, scientific research and teaching are crucial routine work of researchers and lecturers. All they need to do is to integrate circular target into their daily work. Moreover, it is very convenient and effective to spread circular concept to community residents by students in their social practice activity. In addition, the operation department could adjust their working concept towards the circular goals to establish various resource recycling system for implementing circular practice on campus. In other words, the subject will not suffer additional work stress or raw land, but can benefit in the process. The theoretical framework of circular economy-related university activity is a low-cost and high-profit way to promote the transition to a circular model. Of course, the training and the incentive mechanism need to be strengthened in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, understand. And
Thank you.
The next question: how is the assessment index system used for assessing the management performance of university circular economy related assets? Please clarify what is its novelty.
Thank you, Professor. The evaluation system selected appropriate indicators according to diversified objectives. To make the operation simple, the percentage weight summation method is adopted by integrating the Delphi method and the analytic hierarchy process method to obtain the evaluation score of the university, which is used to determine the university's final circularity degree. Different from the traditional method of self-evaluation, this evaluation system is more reliable and is based on the full participation principle. All the faculty and the staff could participate in the content and the process monitoring as subjects. Also, it could establish an information feedback channel for the majority of participants of the university circular economy development to improve the performance of asset management and promote the realization of circular economy goals. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. No more questions. I am satisfied.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Professor Nifatova, I think you can also ask some questions.
Yes, of course. Kudenhus, thank you very much for your presentation. It was very good structured and very good visualization. But for discovered some more moments of your dissertation, I also, as my colleagues, have two questions. And the first one, your study conducted a case study of waste management program within the theoretical framework of circular economy activities in universities. What did you find out about the specific situation in waste management in Chinese university?
Thanks for your question, Professor. A survey on current situation of waste management at each university in China is conducted to clarify the problem in the process of waste management, such as lack of plan and related organizations, lacking waste classification standards and equipment, a low degree of waste separation and recovery, and insufficient waste classification education and lack of control and supervision measures. Based on the enlightenment from Leiden University, this study proposed a specific waste management program for each university in China, which could help the university implement waste management in practice in the top-to-bottom approach. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And one more question, this question related with your statistical analysis. Please, in subsection 3.2, all the concerned variables are categorical, including attitude, behavior, internal contextual factors, and external contextual factors. How do you use linear regression instead of logit or probit models?
Okay, thanks for your question. To facilitate the analysis of the relationship between each pair of variable, it is necessary to generate new variable by combing the factors contained in each variable into a whole. In this study, exploratory factor analysis was performed to determine the weight of each factor in each variable. This study used linear regression because the dependent variable y behavior obtained by the weighted summation method is more likely to be considered quantitative data. Logit or probit model may be more appropriate when the dependent variable is qualitative data. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm satisfied. I agree with you that in this case, the linear regression is fitted. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have questions anymore.
Have no questions? It's okay, it's all. And also, if you will allow me, I have also two questions to you. And the first what I wanted to ask, it's in large communities like universities, the college students' attitude and behavior towards waste separation directly affect and efficiently of waste management on campus. So through your survey, how do you think how it's possible to improve the performance of college students in the waste separation?
Okay, Professor, thank you for your question. This study conducted a survey at each university in China with 1,300 respondents. The result shows that the female outperform male across attitudes and internal and external contextual factor. A freshman show more positive waste separation behaviors. College students' attitude, especially the knowledge factor, has a significant positive influence on behaviors. And the external contextual factor as moderating variable have a significant difference at different level when attitudes affect behaviors. Therefore, this study provides the appropriate countermeasure and suggestion for college students, university administrator, policymaker, and government department in improving the waste management performance on campus. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And have another questions. According to your subsection 3, where you proposed the artificial-based waste management system for universities and described its advantages. So please explain what current obstacles need to be overcome in the implementation of this system.
Thank you, Professor. This study argues that it is of practical significance to apply AI technology in waste management to improve the performance of waste separation and recovery. However, it is acknowledged that there are still few practices in mixed waste separation and fine sorting of recyclable waste by using AI technology. The framework of AI-based waste separation manager at each university proposed in this study is only in the stage of theoretical implementation and needs the support of a subsequent empirical study. On the upside, the flourishing AI faculty established in college and university could carry out the research on AI application in waste management program on campus, which would bridge the gap between the theory and the reality in the future. That's all my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I have no more questions. And I want to ask about additional questions from the members of scientific communities to our PhD students. Does anyone have one questions to PhD student to according to his presentation?
No, maybe enough.
No, enough questions, thank you. Шановні члени спеціалізованої вченої ради, далі дозвольте мені ознайомити всіх присутніх з висновком про наукову новизну, теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дисертаційного дослідження. I would like to present the materials of conclusion about the scientific novelty, theoretical and practical significance of the result of this thesis. I will talk Ukrainian, so students, you have some minutes for rest, and now we will discuss later your dissertation, okay?
Okay.
Так, висновок про науково, теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дисертаційної роботи Цю-Дунь-Сюй. Він є повністю в матеріалах дисертаційної роботи, тому я думаю, що всі бажаючі вже ознайомилися з ним, і якщо ви мені дозволите, я не буду зачитувати повністю цей висновок, а лише скажу основні моменти, які мають бути озвучені, на мій погляд. Перше, це те, що предмет дисертаційного дослідження узгоджується з основними принципами порядку денного сталого розвитку до 2030 року, затверджений резолюцією Генеральної асамблеї ООН, що вже свідчить про неабияку наукову новизну та актуальність дисертаційного дослідження. Я думаю, що не виникло сумнівів у членів спеціалізованої ради щодо цих питань. Також були висвітлені основні положення Європейської зеленої угоди, стратегії розвитку України до 2030 року, національного плану Китаю щодо реалізації порядку денного сталого розвитку до 2030 року. Дисертаційну роботу було виконано за темою наукового дослідження програми Європейського Союзу Erasmus+ в рамках проєкту Towards Circular Economy Thinking and Ideation in Ukraine according to the European Action Plan, в якій автором було досліджено зарубіжний досвід управління активами циркулярної економіки в вищих навчальних закладах. Всі висновки, зроблені в дисертаційній роботі, вони повністю відповідають поставленим задачам та акумулюються з науковою новизною дисертаційного дослідження. Теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дисертаційної роботи, на мій погляд, також не викликає сумнівів, тому що всі наукові та прикладні дослідження доведені до рівня методичних розробок і практичних рекомендацій та можуть бути виконані органами державної влади, коледжами та університетами щодо досягнення цілей сталого розвитку. Я вже зазначала, що 18 наукових публікацій, з яких 6 в журналах, що індексуються науково-метричними базами Scopus та Web of Science. Також хочу відзначити, що рецензентами був проведений аналіз дисертаційної роботи на плагіат, і було визначено, що запозичень немає в дисертаційній роботі. Так, виконана англійською мовою дисертаційна робота, і ви сьогодні пересвідчили, що дисертант володіє на належному рівні для наукової доповіді. Тому дозвольте мені зачитати висновок, в якому зазначається, що дисертаційна робота Цюй-Дунь-Сюй на тему формування системи управління освітніми та науковими активами університету в контексті переходу до моделі кругової економіки Китаю, подана на здобуття наукового ступеня доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент, за своїм науковим рівнем та практичною цінністю повністю відповідає вимогам пункту 6 постанови Кабінету міністрів України про затвердження порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування виконання рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти, наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії від 12 січня 2022 року та вимогам до оформлення дисертації, затвердженими наказом МОН від 12 січня 2017 року, та відповідає напрямку наукового дослідження освітньо-наукової програми Сумського національного аграрного університету зі спеціальності менеджмент. Так, на цьому щодо висновку все. І якщо ви не заперечуєте, то дозвольте мені запропонувати обговорення дисертаційної роботи і запросити до виступу першого рецензента. So we'll begin the discussion of your dissertation, and I invite the first your reviewer with his talk. It's Professor Danko. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Professor Sohan. Everybody can find my review on the website of our university. And this document consists a lot of pages about actuality, relevance, and other things. And I want to talk about only about main parts, main points of my review. First of all, about the relevance, I want to say that circular economy is main way for sustainable development and for saving our planet for next generation. And I think that it's not necessary to find other words to describe relevance, because every day, every time we can see problems with our ecology and sustainable development, different countries, and it's very good that many researchers in different countries, in China, in Ukraine, try to find some methods, some solutions for solve this problem. And the dissertation, the scientific research, this topic is very interesting, and I want to say that when all our PhD students will make so many work for getting diploma PhD, it will be good times. And I want to say that not many our teacher has so many articles in database like Scopus as this PhD student, and it's very good result. But I want to say some works about remarks and wishes for content, because it's every dissertation, all scientific works consist some problems, and I want to describe this. First, the author choice of the definition proposed for formulation of the subjection of scientific novelty at the level of for the first time is quite controversial. The used form proposed for the first time is quite detailed in relation to the result of the scientific work presented in the paragraph. As a rule, dissertation students do not propose for the first time, but prove justify, develop, determine, establish, and does. In order to propose for the first time, it is necessary to first prove sustainable development. The imperfection of the form used by the author to present the content of the point of scientific novelty for the first time is not a significant remark at the terms of the content and most likely arose in the result of translation. Second, tables 2.12 and 2.12 require an explanation regarding the selected calculation criteria. Next, third, point 2.2 would be expedient to present with the help of graphical analytical information, which would add a winning type of information. Next, fourth, in section 3.3, it would be appropriate to provide the general structure of the campus based on circular economy model. Fifth, to manage the behavior of consumer, it is advisable for a higher education institution to use crowd technologies, which will allow more effective management of communication with consumer of services. Therefore, I believe that in the conducted research, it would be appropriate to use this term, which indicates the direction of attracting the effect of the interaction of community participants to achieve the goal of the circular economy company using the principle of optimal management. And the last six, the conclusion are general and require specification. However, the indicated comments and wishes do not fundamentally affect the overall positive assessment of the dissertation work, are not fundamental and do not reduce its rather high overall assessment. And result that the dissertation meets the requirements of the order of the Ministry of Education, number 4, dated January 12, on approval of requirements for the preparation of the dissertation, the requirements of the educational and scientific program successfully completed by the applicant, the requirements of the procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and the consent of the decision of the one-time specialization academic houses of institution of higher education, scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, number 44. And author of the dissertation can be recommended for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in specialty 073 management by a one-time specialization academic council. It's my decision. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. And students, you have opportunity to respond comments that have been posted and described in the reviewer's talk.
Okay, Professor. Thank you so much for the constructive comments you made. I do agree with your suggestion, and I would like to make some explanation to them. First, I do agree with your remark 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we'll focus on them in the next step of work, especially the usage of crowd technologies you advised is really appropriate in the conducted research. Regarding the remark 2, in the evaluation system of UI green metric or university rankings, the score of waste management category is 1800, accounting for 18% of the total score. Then the category of waste management is divided into 6 indicators. Each indicator score is 300 points. According to the evaluation standards, the specific performance score of university, each indicator could be obtained. Adding the score for each indicator could reach the score for waste management. Finally, the sum of waste management score and the scores of the other 5 categories is the final score. As for the calculation criteria in table 2.13, first, the weight of individuals is obtained by calculating the average value according to the expert's percentage evaluation result of all indicators in the index layer. Then all kinds of relevant personnel in the process of asset management will score each indicator according to the percentage system. Finally, the multi-object linear function weighting method is adopted to calculate the curriculum degree of circular economy related asset management performance in the university. That's all. Thanks again, dear professor.
Thank
for the
you.
answer.
Did you satisfy?
Yes,
Very well.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I invite the next reviewer to speak. It will be Professor Pasko.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. So with your permission, I'm as well omit the big part of my review. It's also on the web page. It's a 7-page long, so I'll just focus on 2 main points. First, why it is pressing issue, and the second one, my some debatable provisions. First, the issue of circular economy is, of course, a pressing issue, and how we transit from the linear economy to circular economy is very promising field of study. Moreover, if it concerns such a big polluter country as China, and object of the study is like university is also intriguing concurrence of objects. So I've delighted that dissertant has turned to this subject. In general, I believe that dissertation is a complete independent study in its content and form. Overall, I positively assess the scientific and practical significance of the dissertation, but I consider it necessary to point out a number of debatable provisions. Several of them are, for example, first, dissertation work is evaluated for its contribution to the theory, methodology, and practice of the research issue. So therefore, I believe the subsection 1.3 of this dissertation should disclose more methodological aspect of the research questions. Section 2, I believe, would benefit from a deeper analysis of university assets when transitioning to a circular economy strategy. Third, the dissertation work lacks a clear structure. Each section describes both the theoretical and methodological components. So I believe it would be expedient to separate them and bring the whole theory to the first section and the proposal to the third chapter. Table 2.12 requires an explanation of categories and variables. Table 2.13 criteria for differentiations are not clear. And the last one, I would also, I believe, be appropriate to consider the role of the state in the transition of the university to a circular economy model. However, these expressed concerns are not reduce the overall high evaluation of the work conducted research. And I believe that the dissertation match the required criteria mentioned by the first reviewer. And also, I believe that the work is suitable for the defense as we do it today, and also the dissertant is could be awarded with a degree of philosophy doctor in economics in the specialty or 7.3 management. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Tsuidunsu, you have, please respond comments on the reviewer's talk.
Okay. I really appreciate your valuable and constructive comments. I believe it could help me improve my research even more. Next, I would like to provide some explanation on the remarks one by one. Regarding to the remark 1, 2, 3, and 6, I do agree with your suggestion and will focus on them in the next step of work. And for the remark 4, the table 2.12 shows the 6 indicators and the weight of waste, which is one of the category in the evaluation system. The scores for each indicator will be simple count of thing or response on a scale of some kind. For example, the evaluation for the first indicator consisted of 5 different levels of option. And the option none represents the university doesn't have waste recycling program, where the option extensive shows a university runs an extensive waste recycling program. The table 2.13 shows the evaluation system proposed in this study. The target layer is circularity degree. The criterion layer was divided into 3 levels based on the classification of circular economy related university assets by application, including circular economy education, circular economy research, and circular economy practice on campus. The index layer covers the specific operating indicators corresponding to the criterion layer. That's my answer. Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you. Did you satisfy with the answers?
Completely.
So I invite the official opponent to review. The first will be Professor Petrushenko.
Thank you. So let me get started. The main points of my review are as follows. The relevance of research. The dissertation of student jury is devoted to the study of the formation of the system of management of educational and scientific assets of the university and the conditions of the transition to the circular economy model of China. Especially in some developing countries such as China, the potential of universities to contribute to the circular economy needs to be further explored and developed. Specifically, it is necessary to develop an adequate theoretical framework for the circular economy and an operational asset management model toward the circular economy in Chinese universities. This determines the choice of the topic, purpose, and the objectives of the study. The next, connection of work with scientific programs, plans, topics. The study's subject is consistent with the basis principles of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the European Green Deal, Sustainable Development Strategy of Ukraine until 2030, and China's National Plan of the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The scientific novelty of the results, the next. The scientific novelty of the obtained results consists in the formation of the comprehensive asset management system of Chinese universities in accordance with the requirements of the development of China's circular economy models based on world-leading experience. The scientific essence could be concluded as follows. For the first time, the scientific use of the term university assets related to the circular economy was introduced in the university asset management system, which is based on a qualitatively new approach to the construction of university asset management mechanisms from the standpoint of circular economy principles. Improve the waste management program of Henan Institute of Science and Technology through comparison with Leiden University in the Netherlands through the application of artificial intelligence technology in the waste flow management process. The system of indices for evaluating the effectiveness of management of assets related to circular economy of the university was further developed, covering the target level, the creation level, the 3 factors, and the index level with 29 indicators. And the methodical approach for analyzing the scientific potential of universities in the implementation of circular economy based on the method of spatial econometrics, which differs from the existing ones by taking into account factors of innovation of knowledge in the universities and indicators of regional technological innovations, has been strengthened. Complete presentation of the dissertation material in scientific publications. The scientific results of the dissertation were published in 18 scientific works, including 6 articles in international scientific publications, all included in the international scientific databases, Scopus and Web of Science. And the discussion process and remarks to the dissertation. First, the item of scientific novelty for the first time would be appropriate not to divide it into components, but to talk about the development of a comprehensive system of university asset management, which is based on a qualitatively new approach to the construction of university asset management mechanisms from the standpoint of circular economy principles and contains relevant components, involves interaction adjacent segments of the campus, waste disposal, etc. Second, the wording to the subsection of scientific novelty improved is also not entirely successful, which emphasizes the use of artificial intelligence technology. Yes, it would be appropriate to combine the subsections and note that based on the European experience of introducing artificial intelligence into the waste management process, it could provide a more effective alternative for solving the current problems of waste separation and recovery by increasing the efficiency of waste separation processing and reducing the amount of solid waste and up in landfills. Third, a similar discussion may appear in the sub-item of scientific novelty. Scientific potential has received further development, but the author had in mind further development has received a methodical approach to the assessment of scientific potential. The author should pay more attention to the formulation of his contribution to science. Fourth, it would be advisable to supplement the system of university assets related to circular economy proposed in Chapter 2 with a methodology for assessing the contribution of each element of to circular economy. Fifth, by analyzing the evaluation methods of sustainable universities and evaluation method and the implementation standards of circular economy related university assets management, performance created based on full participation theory. In this evaluation index system, additional substantiation is needed. In what way all faculty and staff should participate in the content process monitoring as evaluation subjects, not ensure the effectiveness of the evaluation index system, which is more reliable than the traditional method of subjective self-evaluation. And six, general conclusions to the dissertation should be clear and prove the results of the conducted research. In particular, paragraph 8 should show the numerical result of the influence of variable factors on the result of the given task. However, these remarks do not deny the existence of the author's vision of ways and approaches to address problematic issues in solving the task of the dissertation research. And the last general conclusion, dissertation of student 3 with the topic formation of management system of universities, educational, scientific assets in the context of transition of China's circular economy model, which was submitted for defense to the specialized academic council for obtaining the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge, 07 Management and Administration, with a specialty 073 Management, according to its relevance, scientific and theoretical level, main results of validity, main provisions, and the results published in professional publications, the novelty of the formulation of the practical significance, meet the requirements of the order of the Ministry of Education and Culture of Ukraine number 40 of January 12, 2017, and resolution of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine of January 12, 2022, number 44. The changes date 03/21/2022. This concludes my review. Thank you for attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor, so much. And students, please answer questions, respond to the comments of your official opponents.
Okay. I would like to sincerely thank you for being an opponent of my work, and thank you very much for your valuable suggestion. I'm in agreement with all of your comments and will focus on them in the next working stage to improve the quality of my life. As for the remark for the methodology for assessing the contribution of each element to circular economy, you advised is a very interesting research direction. I have tried to clarify the contribution of various elements to circular economy by analyzing the relationship between the circular activity in university and the development level of regional circular economy. However, due to the inconsistent evaluation criteria for the development level of regional circular economy and the lack of some key information, no accurate result were obtained. I will continue to try to find a scientific method to achieve this goal. As you advised in remark 5, the content and process monitoring for participation should be improved. I think this content and process monitoring, including the incentive mechanism, could be reflected in university's circular economy development plan. These issues will be the focus of my future work. Also, I will consider other comments carefully in my subsequent work. Thank you very much, dear professor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Have you satisfied with the answers?
Yes, I am completely satisfied.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. The next, please, the next opponent, please. It will be Professor Nifatova. Are you welcome to review?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me thank you for invitation and for the opportunity to participate in the discussion of an actual scientific problem. The official review of the dissertation had been provided on time, and it has been collocated on the website of the Sumy National Agrarian University. So let me introduce just the highlights of my review. The topic of the dissertation is relevant because today in some development countries such as China, the potential of universities to contribute the circular economy needs to be future explored and developed. Specifically, it is necessary to develop an educated theoretical framework for the circular economy and an operational sales management model towards the circular economy in Chinese universities. The relevance of the topics is confirmed by the connection of the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union within the project towards circular economy thinking edition in Ukraine according to the European Union Action Plan, in which the author investigated the foreign experience of management of circular economy related essays in higher educational institutions. The scientific reasoning, conclusions, and recommendations are presented at a high level. The reliability of the obtained scientific result is based on the analysis of the current open database, regulatory and legal literature, statistical and analytical materials. There is no doubt about the scientific novelty of the obtained results and their applied significance. The content, structure, and design of dissertation certainly corresponds to the requirements of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. For my opinion, the most important new ideas at the dissertations are the author introduced the scientific use of the term circular economy related to university assets, propose the scientific and methodological approach to assessing the management performance of circular economy related to university assets, improve the waste management program at the Henan Institute of Science and Technology, and also improve the artificial intelligence-based waste management system at universities. Practical application and implementation. The proposed practical and methodological recommendations are implemented in the activities of Henan Institute of Science and Technology. The proposal of the waste management program for Henan Institute of Science and Technology in this study has been considered by the decision makers in improving the waste management at this institute and even could be applied to the urban waste management of the city where it is located after major development. The main result of the dissertation were published in 18 scientific works, including 6 articles in international scientific publication, which included in the international scientific database Scopus and Web of Science. And finally, I would like to raise the issue of the scientific discussion. In the first chapter of the dissertation, the main aspect is devoted to the general concept of the circular economy, without focusing on the theoretical training of higher educational institution and the initial condition of promotion, the implementation of principle of the circular economy today. The next one, by conducting a mixed analytical method of bibliometrics and qualitative content analysis, it was found that the main drivers of circular economy in China are public policy support, public participation, economic benefits, evidences and knowledge of the circular economy, but technological support measures and the main barriers for university on the way to implementation circular economy principles are not considered. The next one, the author used the experience of other countries as a basis for the development of the management system of the university's educational and scientific assets in the context of transition of China's circular economy model. However, the successes and problems of each country promoting the principle of the circular economy can become useful sources for China due to national conditions, which it would be appropriate to emphasize in the dissertation work. The next one, the author presents in detail the principle of circular economy, but at the same time, all the aspects and proposals considered are declarative in nature. To improve visualization, it would be useful to place in the text on the dissertation some diagrams or picture. In addition, research on university circular economy activities is fragmented and separated from each other due to the literature review, which mainly focuses on the construction and trading model of circular economy related measures, explicit and implied curriculum design, teaching approaches and tools. This one again confirms the feasibility of developing comprehensive management system in the dissertation work that could integrate these different solid activities to increase the effect. Scientific discussion does not reduce the overall positive evaluation of the work. The expressed wishes are debatable and are aimed at intensifying future scientific research into the specific scientific problem. My general conclusion, the dissertation work of Kud and Hu on the topic formation of management system of universities, educational and scientific assess in the context of transition to model of circular economy in China, was written in accordance with the current requirements, contains theoretical, methodological, and practical developments. The dissertation is written in English and prepared in accordance with the current norms and rules established by the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. The content of dissertation corresponds to the research topic and specialty management. Thus, the dissertation work, formation of management system of university, educational and scientific assess in the context of transition to the model of circular economy in China, meets all the established requirements, and its author Kud and Hu deserves to be awarded the scientific degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Specialty Management. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Mifatova. And Tsuidun Sui, please respond comment of your official opponent.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you very much for being the opponent of my work, and many thanks for your valuable feedback. And I believe that these comments are going to make my work even better. I would like to explain them one after another. Regarding the remark one, theoretical training for the subjects in circular economy implementation is essential in the circular economy framework in higher education institution. However, no much specific theoretical training has yet been organized in higher education in China. Similarly, the initial condition for promoting the implementation of the circular economy principles are still in their infancy. As for the remark two, by summarizing the keywords related to the driver and the barrier factors in the existing literature, this study obtained the main drivers and barriers through analyzing the occurrence frequency of these keywords. Technological support as a main driver could promote the process innovation of recycled products. However, in many regions and fields, the implementation of a circular economy is restricted due to the backward and limited technology research and development. Concerning the other remarks, I totally agree with them too. I will be concentrating on them in the next stage of my work. Thank you very much, dear Professor.
Thank you. Thank you. Have you satisfied the answers of the PhD student? Okay, thank you so much. And the next our step, according to the rules of the scientific council, we have to proceed to the discussion of the PhD thesis of Tsuidun Sui. I emphasize that all members of scientific councils have to take part in the discussions. So, and let's please work like in the previous line, and let's start from the Professor Danko in this position.
Thank you very much. I think that it is very interesting scientific event today, because the dissertation is very interesting, useful, important for this generation and future generation. And first of all, I want to say thank you for scientific supervisor, for Tatiana Shevchenko, because the level of this research is very high. And my opinion is that scientific of such supervisor of such scientific research must have the level of Doctor of Science. And I hope that this year we will have the one more scientific event, defense of dissertation, more high level of Doctor of Science. What about some words about dissertation? Dissertation consists some points for discussion. I want to say it only about one point, about the comparison between Ukrainian and Chinese universities. Our PhD student, our dissertant, decide to get diploma of PhD in Ukraine University, in Sumy National Agrarian University, and thank you for this decision. But when we talk about Ukrainian reality, the dissertation must consist more experience from Ukraine. And I hope that in your future research you find possibility to compress difference between Ukrainian educational system and Chinese educational system. I'm talking about circular economy, about the place circular economy in educational system. And this small point, little point, and I want to say that my vote today is yes, and I can repeat that you must have degree of PhD, and my vote is yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next, please, some words for discussion, Professor Paсько.
Thank you for the word. I'm also, as I said earlier, very pleased with the topic chosen by the Zudun Sui for his research. It's very promising. I want to mention that it is not finished, as every research just recover more questions which should be answered in the future. So in line with the previous speaker, I also encourage you to dig deeper in this area, because indeed the circular economy is considered as a remedy for sustainable development goals, and as I mentioned earlier, the more is important that it is so your work is on Chinese data, on Chinese university, and so it's a big country. So West management is also, I believe, a big factor in it. I know many initiatives by the Chinese government in this issue. I believe the work is fully matched all the requirements to these type of works, and I'm going as well to give my voice for awarding the Züdünsun, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Specialty 07 Free Management, as he is an independent researcher, as is provided by this work and today's session, his answer to the questions, and I also encourage other members of the council to do like that. Thank you also for the opportunity to review this work and to be involved in the promotion of you to the scientific community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. The next, please, in discussion, Professor Petrushenko.
Thank you. I mean, our today event is very good and has significance not only for science in Ukraine, in China, and also is very significant for development of Ukrainian Chinese friendship. And with your permission, several words in Ukrainian. Я думаю, не образиться, шановний винуватець сьогоднішній, так, дія Цюдінсуй. Наразі дуже важливою є тема третьої місії університетів у світі, Third Mission Universities. Також важливість сьогоднішньої роботи полягає в тому, що, можливо, це перша робота, the first scientific work, де поєднуються водночас і такі наукові напрямки, як третя місія університету, як Helix Model, особливо п'ята версія, де вже залучені екологічні чинники, Environmental Factors, Helix Model. І водночас поєднуються такі більш прикладні речі, як система управління активами. Я таких робіт ще не бачив, і сьогоднішня робота є, ну, не те, що пілотним проєктом, так, це піонерна робота, яку треба далі розвивати і дуже швидко і поєднувати з іншими міжнародними проєктами. Ну, як опонент я не можу дуже сильно хвалити роботу, так? Але от з того, що сьогодні я почув, шановні колеги, чому здається, що рівень доктора, level of Doctor of Science in Economics and Management. Тому що сьогодні українська наука виходить на рівень, коли вже, в принципі, не таке важливе значення має скільки наукових рівнів, 1 чи 2. Так? Тому, можливо, і орієнтація і сьогоднішнього нашого Цюдінсуя і його керівника на те, що, в принципі, роботу треба робити відразу на найвищому рівні. От. Дякую також рідним Сумам за те, що запросили. Так? Дякую шановним всім присутнім, всім, хто причетний до сьогоднішньої події. Я всіх знаю за публікаціями передусім. І тому дуже радий сьогодні знаходитись в такому товаристві. І ще раз дякую шановному Цюдінсую, Дія Цюдінсую, за те, як він тримався сьогодні. Дуже непроста у нього сьогодні подія і дуже важлива. Я думаю, він її зрозуміє трошки пізніше. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, Professor Nifatova. Say us some words in discussion.
Yes, dear colleagues, I also have some words to discuss this work. And first of all, I have a positive impression from the work, from the process, and as an adventure of a work, I would like to note that the author, guided by the basic principle of the main documents in Europe. It is agenda of sustainability development and European Green Deal, and of course the sustainable development strategy of Ukraine and national plan of China for the implementation agenda for sustainable development. So in contrast to previous studies, the dissertation considers the management of university assets, as my colleague admired, in the aspect of using the principle of circular economy. This, for my opinion, allows to make the activities of university more sustainable and, of course, socially orientated. Just one thing, what I want to say. The author, when he discovered and students readings to sort waste, I at the same time, as a small recommendation for future research, I would like to suggest a similar study for professors and staff of the university. So the students, it is a good, but it's very interesting. They have same study for the professors and staff. So in general, I want to admire the dissertation is written at an appropriate scientific level, has elements of scientific novelty, practical applications, and reveals important aspect devoted to formation of management system of university educational and scientific assets in the context of transition to the model of circular economy. This will contribute to a better understanding and integration of circular economy principle in university management. So, my opinion, I will voice yes. I have a very positive impression of this work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And let me also say some words about the dissertations. And the first, what I want to say that in today's situation, the universities is the large communities that perform a triple function. The first, teaching, the second, scientific research, and the social services. And this determines that universities should be the dominant unit for the improving of the knowledge, values, technologies, lifestyle position to achieve the circular economy model cycle. However, the existing circular economic activities and contributions of universities are fragmented, isolated, and discounted for each other, lacking a common framework that can integrate them for the broader and stronger impact to accelerate the transition to a circular economy model. Tsui's dissertation's research allowed the synthesis of progressive model of management approaches and practical experience of sustainable universities to provide a reference for the creation of a more practical assess-based management system related to the circular economy in the universities. So the dissertation work is fully considered to all official requirements according to the procedure of Doctor of Philosophy awards. And of course, I will vote positive and hope the future degree Doctor of Philosophy will bring just the positive improvement in the career and life of our today's PhD student. Does anyone want to speak something else about the dissertation? No?
Maybe scientific supervisor.
Yes. In this moment, I would like to give opportunity to say some words to the scientific tutor and describe the process of work with her PhD student and other positive moment in this process. So I invite to speak the Professor Tatiana Shevchenko.
Дякую, Інна Віталіївна. Чи добре мене чути?
Yes.
Добре. Шановний голова, шановні опоненти і рецензенти, перш за все, мені б хотілося подякувати вам за надані відгуки на дисертаційне дослідження здобувача Цюйдонцю. Від себе особисто хочу сказати, що за період роботи з Донцюй він себе зарекомендував як старанна, дуже відповідальна та наполеглива людина. Як дослідник він вміло застосовує наукові методи дослідження щодо вирішення поставлених завдань. Він вміє зосередитися на науковій проблемі, висувати наукові гіпотези, продукувати оригінальні рішення. На моє переконання, Цюйдонцюй відбувся як науковець. Підтвердженням цього є дисертаційна робота, яка є, на мій погляд, завершеною науковою працею, яка відповідає усім вимогам відповідно до законодавства. Шановні колеги, прошу вас підтримати здобувача Цюйдонцю щодо присвоєння йому наукового ступеня доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент.
Дякуємо, Тетяна Іванівна. So, Цюйдонцю, now some words in Ukrainian. І до членів спеціалізованої вченої ради звертаюся зараз. Наголошую, що був розроблений проєкт рішення спеціалізованої вченої ради, і дозвольте мені його зачитати. Спеціалізована вчена рада Сумського національного аграрного університету, Міністерства освіти і науки України, місто Суми прийняла рішення про присудження ступеня доктора філософії в галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування на підставі прилюдного захисту дисертації, формування системи управління освітніми та науковими активами університету в контексті переходу до моделі кругової економіки Китаю, в англійському варіанті Formation of Management System of Universities, Educational and Scientific Assets in the context of transition to the model of circular economy in China за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Цюйдонцю 85-го року народження, громадянин Китайської Народної Республіки, освіта вища, закінчив у 2012 році Хенанський інститут науки і технологій за спеціальністю прикладна психологія, місто Кайфен, провінція Хенань. Аспірантуру закінчив у Сумському національному аграрному університеті у 2022 році. Дисертацію також було виконано в Сумському національному аграрному університеті. Науковий керівник Шевченко Тетяна Іванівна, кандидат економічних наук, старший науковий співробітник Сумського національного аграрного університету. Основні положення дисертації опубліковано у 18 наукових публікаціях, в тому числі в підрозділах однієї колективної монографії, 2 статтях в наукових фахових виданнях України, які включені до міжнародних науково-метричних баз даних, в 6 статтях на закордонних виданнях, що індексуються базою даних Scopus та Web of Science, та одній статті в інших виданнях зарубіжних країн. Також було 8 публікацій в матеріалах наукових конференцій. І наступним кроком я запрошую всіх до процедури відкритого голосування. Прошу всіх членів спеціалізованої вченої ради проголосувати і озвучити своє рішення щодо присудження Цюйдонцю ступеня доктора філософії зі спеціальності 073 менеджмент. Юрій Іванович, будь ласка.
Я голосую за.
Дякую. Олег Віталійович.
Голосуй за.
Дякую. Микола Миколайович.
Голосую за.
Дякую. Олена Михайлівна.
Так, я також голосую за.
Я також голосую за. Дякую. Таким чином, за проголосували 5 членів спеціалізованої вченої ради, проти немає, утримавшися також немає. На підставі результатів відкритого голосування спеціалізована вчена рада присуджує Цюйдонцю ступінь доктора філософії з галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Не буде заперечення у членів спеціалізованої ради? Дякую. So, Цюйдонцю, I would like to say you some words of congratulations because just now the Scientific Council had awarded you the scientific degree Doctor of Philosophy in Management. If you want, you have possibility to say some words to us or maybe to our scientific tutor.
Okay, I prepared a few words. First, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to my supervisor, Professor Tatiana Shevchenko. I have benefited greatly from her precise academic attitude, profound professional quality, and insightful viewpoint. Also, I must say that my supervisor is very patient, kind, and full of energy. In the process of preparing my articles, I can't tell how many suggestions she gave me and how many times she encouraged me to keep going. Maybe a million times. I really appreciated everything she have done for me. Besides, I would like to thank SUNY, National Agrarian University, and my Ukrainian teachers and friends. Finally, thank you very much, every professor, for your valuable time and your constructive comments. I will continue to work hard for the goal of being an excellent scientist in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your warm word to us. Шановні члени спеціалізованої вченої ради, питання, зауваження, пропозиції?
Як можна чаще збиратися в такій компанії? З такого ж приводу.
Так, погоджуюсь.
Підтримую. Всім дякую за роботу. На цьому засідання спеціалізованої вченої ради оголошую закритим. Всім гарного дня, спокійного, це головне.
Дякуємо, Інна Віталіївна.
Дякуємо.
Проведення.
Дякую.
Добре.
Дякую.